What is going on, guys? My name is Luke Tate. I'm 16 years old and I'm really into fitness and bodybuilding. This is for if you're new to the channel. This is going to be my channel trailer. I just spent about 40 minutes constructing some bullshit one talk about how and why I started bodybuilding. And there are a few motivational parts in that video, but now I've thought about it, that's all I want to talk about in today's video. I want to talk about just motivation. I can't emphasize it enough how much you guys will need it, and it's sad, how much you do need it. So without any further ado, I'm going to talk about what motivated me. Okay, so back in the day, a few years ago, I was well known, but I was also, as I still am, I'm an ugly cunt, alien features, all that shit, but people would talk, I was stick thin, and people would talk, all they wanted to do, all people want to do these days is put you down, okay? You've got to see that, you've got to understand that, and if you don't, I'm sorry guys, but I don't think you're strong enough for anything in life. You've got to understand that people are going to try and put you down, people are going to talk and so on, but just try and get over it. Honestly, a few years back, I was strong, I could handle any sort of talk, anything that sort of came at me, I'd handle it in my own way. I'd box back in the day, or I'd settle it my own way. So when people used to talk, it never really affected me. I was still a kid, I didn't give a shit what people thought, but as I started to get older, and I'd look in the mirror, I wasn't happy. What good is an ugly face as well as an ugly body, you know what I mean? I've always been very self-conscious, like even when I was a kid, I've always been self-conscious about my eyes, I've always been self-conscious about, my head and whatever, I've just been self-conscious about my legs. I've never been able to wear sort of like vest tops just because of how skinny I was. And just seeing my bones, seeing my spine in the mirror and stuff, it really wasn't what I wanted to see, and people would let me know that, people would let me know it's ugly, because I wouldn't get bullied, but I'd get teased about these features, and as I said already, it didn't really get me down back in the day, but as I started to get older, talking like 15 years old now, well no, more like 14 years old, when I was getting a lot more mature, it really was getting to me, which it's very understandable, you start to mature and stuff, but anyway, this is where it starts to get serious. So I started developing really bad knee problems. I'd go to physios and doctors about them, and they'd say that I may not be able to walk, especially up until I'm the age of 21, 22, when everything's fully grown. That's all it really was. It was a severe growing problem in my legs. I've discussed in a video before, they can lock in place and snap, simple as that. So yeah, that was a massive hurdle in my sort of life, especially when I chose bodybuilding. It was the sport I wanted to do. So as well as what people were saying, as well as that, just you can imagine how much effect that had on me. And from there, it wasn't only that, shit, it got worse, okay? Around 2 years ago, probably one of the biggest things that's ever happened in my life. I don't talk about it, I've told maybe 1 or 2 people about it, I don't even talk about my family about it, and I don't plan on either. If they ask about it after this video, I'll just have to say that they can find out another day. I'm not going to talk about it in this video either, so just know a massive problem happened in my life involving a friend, and it had a massive impact on my life. My sort of strength, it just decreased, it shattered, my mental strength shattered, and I couldn't really handle much after that. People would still talk as well, because it's not their fault, obviously they don't realise what's going on in your life, but people will still talk regardless of what's happened, because obviously they don't know, and it just didn't help with what had happened. I don't know, I guess you could say it gave me depression, is what gave me my depression. But from the point that, I sort of figured out, I've got depression. I was never diagnosed with depression, but as a second ago I was talking about what happened. Don't worry, I fully understand depression and how it works and stuff. So, I was 100% that depression's what I had. Especially when people were talking so much, I'd still be called all this shit, still be told that I was skinny, still be told that I was ugly and all that shit. And it made me self-conscious, and it is what gave me depression. But it was from that point, when I got depression, that I realised, look, I'm being put down too much by people that are going to be irrelevant in a few years, These people, they're not going to matter in a few years, but there was still a part of me that wanted to prove them wrong, that wanted to say, what, fuck you, you don't fucking know anything about me, you don't know what I want, you don't know who I am. Even my closest friends, nobody fully understands you, they never will, and it's only you that understands yourself. So it was from that point that I was like, fuck man, I need to do something about this, I don't want to be like this for the rest of my life. I don't want to be constantly worrying about what people are saying about me. So the way that I sort of conquered it and got over it was by going to the gym, guys. And I'm going to admit, at the start, going to the gym, I loved it, but it was horrible. It was a horrible experience because people, they spoke even more. They'd laugh. They'd say, what the hell is he doing in the gym? Maybe some people would see how much weight I was lifting. Back in the day, I was lifting nothing, 2.5s, dumbbells, I'd say. And, when people talked, it put me down and it made me want to quit. And I think I remember for about 2 months I did quit. I was like, you know what, fuck this. I was bad, it was getting to me. I was emotional back then, and that sort of shit was getting to me. I just didn't really know how to control it, but I sort of noticed in that last 2 months, things were better, well, in the few months that I was working out, things were better, but I was just focusing on what was building up, what was being said, and I'd deliberately remember it because I was trying so hard to forget about it that, it was making me remember it. And it's so hard to explain, guys, but from that point on, after I took about a month break, I went straight back to it, and I went hard. I put that before anything in my life, and that's why I still am today. My parents moan at me for putting it first before school, but it's what I want to do, it's what makes me happy. I don't give a shit about everything else, people, they don't talk about it anymore, because it's the only thing I do. It's the only thing people can talk about. Obviously recently I had to delete my Instagram because the only thing I gave people to talk about was the photos that I posted on it. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, they were photos in t-shirts, fully clothed. I might have been tense in an arm. That's because I've got it though. I might have been tense in an arm just to boost myself a little bit, boost my confidence up a little bit, because fucking hell, they completely took it away from me. The last thing they should be fucking moaning about is a photo I posted on Instagram, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, guys. So, from this point now, I have no more hurdles, the people talking, I got over it. The biggest hurdle when you're bodybuilding, when you're doing anything in your life, the biggest hurdle is going to be people telling you can't do something, or people telling you that you won't be able to do it. The only way you can get over that hurdle is by proving to them that you can. You just have. When I hear people talking about my gym now, I say, come on then, challenge me. Come to the gym tonight, lift more than me. Measure your arms. Are they bigger than mine? No, shut the fuck up then. People have no right to judge you. Oh, sorry, boys, sorry. People have no reason to judge you, and they usually have their own reasons for it. They're probably in a fucking stuck place like you were, and the only reason they might be able to get out of it is by judging people. People think differently. People are always going to think differently. So, but anyway, guys, these days I'm happy. I'm loving life. There's still people do talk about stuff sometimes. People honestly, they try and say anything to get to you, no matter what it is. They'll go personal into your life to try and get to you. That's just how people are. I'm not like that. The people that I associate with, well, the lads that I associate with, and 1 or 2 of the girls, they're not like that. That's the reason that I associate with them. They're just genuine. They're best mates. They're people that you want to associate with. So I just don't get it anymore. People don't talk because I made that change that people wanted to see. You know, I jumped over that big hurdle. You know, I'm now someone that people like to look up to. You know, I motivate people. You know, the lads that train with me, the lads that work out with me, I wouldn't say that I'm the reason they're doing it, but when they see me grow, it motivates them. You know, maybe it might piss them off that I'm growing, but at the end of the day, it's still got them into the gym. I've inspired people. It's as simple as that. And you know, people, they still talk about my legs. Okay, I'm going to be completely honest with you. And because there's nothing I can do about it, that's one of the only things that does get to me. But it's just because it's something for people to talk about. You know, sometimes people talk about my posture as well, because I've got a bigger chest. I've got a bigger chest than them, and that's not ego lifting, that's truth. Okay, my chest is bigger than theirs, and they take the piss out of my posture for it, you know, because my chest is sticking out. They'll go, oh, let's do the fucking Luke Tate. You know what, fuck off. You know, just because I've put in hard work in the gym and now my chest looks like, what, you're gonna take the piss out of that? Are you kidding me? Because my chest looks better than yours, you're gonna take the piss out of it. Alright then, okay, no. People are always gonna talk, this is what I'm trying to tell you guys, okay? And most likely it's going to be stuff that's good in your life. No matter what, people are going to try and say stuff. So that's really all I wanted to talk about in today's video. This is going to be my channel trailer, because I want it to be watched. I want my audience to realise that it's not just knowledge and hard work. You know, it's getting past these people. It's getting past these boundaries, and there's going to be a lot that affects your time in the gym, that affects what you want to do. And whatever it is, guys, whatever is holding you back, you have to ignore it, no matter what. If you don't ignore it, you won't be successful, I promise you that. You know, if you look at me now, you know, I'm smart in the subject that I do. I'm passionate about it. I'm so passionate about it because I put so much work into it, and I'm so interested in it. And that's what you guys really have to remember, okay? It's okay saying, oh, you know what, I'm just going to prove these guys wrong, I'm going to go to the gym. No, you've got to be passionate about it, and that is how you prove people wrong. Their passion, your passion is going to piss them off no matter what. I promise you guys, you know. Don't be afraid to make a change in your life, okay? It's going to take a long time. It took me 2 years to get to where I am right now, and I'm still not where I want to be. But you're going to get there, I promise you that. And I don't know, if you don't, who cares? It's your life anyway. You know, you made the commit to the move, they haven't. You're still miles ahead of them. So no matter what you do in your life, just remember that you're doing it for you. You know, I done it for the wrong reasons. I don't to prove other people wrong, but as I'm getting older, I want to do it for me. You know, and that's what you guys need to do. Do everything in your life for you. Okay, no matter what it is, just do it for you. So yeah, guys, I think I've spoken about everything that I need to in this video. I felt like it needed to be said. I don't know. Anyway, guys, so I hope you enjoyed the video. You know, uploads will be back to normal tomorrow. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you have a good night. Peace.